We mentioned, didn't we mention? I think we mentioned this last week, but it's been getting a lot of press. The Berkshire Hathaway stake in Apple more than doubled his holdings.
We probably spent
Warren Buffett more than doubled his holdings.
Since a little before the election, maybe.
Warren keeps wanting to talk. Shut up, Warren. He made some money on it. What did we say? It's like $7 billion in the last month. I mean, just crazy.
I mean, he did invest a little bit to get that return. He didn't.
You have to have $1 billion to make $1 billion. Okay, I'll acknowledge that. How much? What is the stake? They have about 2.5% of Apple. That's one of Berkshire Hathaway's largest holdings, second only to Coca-Cola. They own $17 billion worth of Apple stock. Buffett was talking on CNBC. He said he upped his stake because of the consumer retention that Apple has managed, the lock-in, and Tim Cook's smart capital deployment strategy. Apple strikes me as having... Here, well, let's play it. Now we can play it. Go ahead and talk.
I ask people about products all the time. When I take my great-grandchildren to Dairy Queen, they bring along friends sometimes. They've all got it.
I like the way Warren does research. He takes his great-grandkids to Dairy Queen.
And also, I completely believe that Warren Buffett takes his kids to Dairy Queen.
Absolutely. You know he does.
He owns it. Why not?
An iPhone. And, I ask them what they do with it and whether they can live without it. And when they trade it in, what they're going to do with it. And, of course, I see when I come to the furniture mart that people have this incredible stickiness with the product. I mean, if they bring in an iPhone, they buy a new iPhone. I mean, it just has that quality that it gets built into their lives. Now, that doesn't mean something can't come along that will disrupt it. But the continuity of the product is huge, and the degree to which their lives center around it is huge.
Don't you think that Warren Buffett's actually one of those aliens from Men in Black that he'll take his hair? Because there's no way this sweet, genial old great-grandpa doing his research at DQ could have made himself one of the richest people in the world. This is all a cover.
That's why no one else does it, Leo. They can't believe the strategy is that simple. Go to Dairy Queen, invest a little bit of money, and you could be Warren Buffett.
He calls it the scuttlebutt method.
Again, you get. I know what a radical concept. The idea that you don't just let people write reports and show you tables and figures. You go out into the world to see if this report, if the data you're seeing jives with the actual world that you seem to live in right now. It's like, oh man, it's got to be so bad to be a billionaire in the same time in the same world as Warren Buffett, because Buffett is a great billionaire. He is a wonderful billionaire.
It really makes you feel like anybody could do it, right? Anybody.
It's like he's entitled. If he posted a picture on Instagram of him kiteboarding with a naked supermodel on his back, no one would say that's fair. He completely deserves that. I would do the same thing.
I think, truthfully, that this is he's the front man. But really, somewhere deep beneath the earth in Omaha, Nebraska, there's a 400,000 square foot computer-driven facility that there's collecting more satellite data and financial data and is churning it up to give, because there's no, I went to Dairy Queen with my great-grandchildren.
AI in the 60s. He caught the Roswell crash, Leo.
You're suggesting that Warren Buffett is kind of like what we send the Mars Opportunity rover to go out in Mars and explore and send information back. I would be very, very impressed by any alien intelligence that chose a rover as impressive as Warren Buffett to roam the Earth, interfere positively.
Look at this though. He doesn't look at the phone he carries. He's not
probably spent.
He doesn't carry an iPhone.
A little before the election, maybe, because we were.
You got to love this guy.
$20 billion? You're just counting the billions in your head as you sit here doing this?
Well, yeah. I quit when I got to 20.
That's how much he invested in Apple.
Why now? Again, is there a reason for this, or is it just you look at individual stocks that you wanted to own and you bought them?
I absolutely look at individual stocks. It has nothing to do with the Federal Reserve. It has nothing to do with the election.
And he's a Coke Zero drinker.
It does have. It would have something to do with interest rates if they did something extraordinary. It hasn't had, because they haven't changed that much. But there just were a couple of things I wanted to do, and we had the money, and I like investing, and I would much rather have that $20 billion in these companies. And I don't look at it as being in stocks. I look at it as being in businesses. It's just small pieces of businesses. And I would so much rather have that than have the money in Treasury bills, which is my alternate. I don't have.
He's bullish. He's bullish on America. Wow. He bought 120 million in January. Before Apple's earnings were announced, he bought 120 million Apple shares. And he said, why? When they asked why, he said, because I liked it.
Made my money the old-fashioned way.
Oh, I wish I could. There's a frame in here where he holds up his phone, and it's one of these. It is one of these old flip phones. Might as well be one of them Nokias.
Well, yeah, because if rich people don't need iPhones, they have people.
That's true. They probably don't even need phones.
Well, the grandkids might want to go to Dairy Queen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Apple.
Does he have the gall to like turn to his grandkids and say, do you have any of your newspaper money? Because all I got are hundreds.
My wallet.
Mario Run. Tell me about that. Maybe I should buy a Nintendo tomorrow.
I'm not very. Grandpa's not very cash fluid today.
Every day at noon, he goes home from the office to his home in Omaha, and has a bowl of Campbell's tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich. The guy's he's
living the dream. He's living the dream.
Living the dream.
That's all I want out of life.
More
tomato soup, a grilled cheese sandwich, and $20 billion to throw around on one investment. That's all I want. I'm a simple man.
He cooks the soup on burning money. I mean, come on.
Oh, Lord.